Dan Hooker confirms that Israel Adesanya and Kai Kara France are returning at UFC 305 in Perth. Okay, so according to Dan Hooker on YouTube Combat TV, he says that Kai Kara France and Israel Adesanya are going to return to fighting at UFC 305 in Perth. And one, for the only fight for Israel Adesanya that we could all see happening is a fight with Dricus du Plessis, which I did make a video on, which I can link down below in the comment section. When I said Israel Adesanya does not deserve the du Plessis fight, even though I do think he's going to get it. But like I alluded to in that video, Israel Adesanya versus Dricus du Plessis is a very hard fight for Dricus and a very interesting fight for Izzy. You look at Dricus's fight with Robert Whittaker, where he dismantled Robert Whittaker schematically throughout that entire fight, and everything was so calculated and everything was so good in order for Dricus du Plessis. And Israel Adesanya had a very hard time with Robert Whittaker. Now you look at the Sean Strickland fights between the two. Dricus narrowly beat Sean Strickland if you did or did not think he won, but Israel Adesanya lost very hard to Sean Strickland at UFC 293. Now, I don't want to give an early prediction yet because I haven't really thought about a fight officially between Israel Adesanya and Dricus du Plessis, but I do think that would be a very good fight to possibly headline at UFC 305 or to co-headline under an Alex Pereira versus Yuri Prohaska fight. And Kai Kara France is also returning, according to Dan Hooker, which is another interesting fight for the flyweight division. I could see him fighting someone like Matthias Nicolau at UFC 305 in Perth. I could also see him fighting the winner of Perez and Tosara this weekend, I think it is. I know he was going to fight Kopp, but Kopp is fighting Mokaev at UFC 304 in Birmingham. And, I don't know. Kai Kara France has been on a losing streak. His last two fights are losses to Amir Albazi, which was an absolute robbery, but still a loss. And he did lose to Brandon Moreno. Now, I don't see you giving him Brandon Royval. I do not think that that's a great fight to give Kai Kara France, considering he's lost his last two. But I do think Kai Kara France and Matthias Nicolau fight would be a very good fight in the division. Okay, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and leave comments down below of what you think Israel Adesanya is going to look like when he returns, and who do you think Israel Adesanya is going to fight, and do the same for Kai Kara France, who you think he's going to fight, and how do you think he's going to look like when he returns. I would also want to see Dan Hooker fighting, and he hasn't announced that, but Dan Hooker would also be a fan favorite to fight on that card. Please leave a like and subscribe, and please subscribe for new information and MMA content coming soon.